Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code DTC P2073-00 indicates that the manifold absolute pressure MAP sensor signal is higher than expected in the Honda CR-V 2023 model. This sensor plays a crucial role in the vehicle's performance by measuring the pressure within the intake manifold. By measuring this pressure, the engine control module, ECM, can adjust fuel injection, ignition timing, and other essential functions to optimize the engine's performance. If the MAP sensor's output deviates from both the barometric pressure, baro sensor, and the turbocharger boost pressure sensor under specific driving conditions, the powertrain control module, PCM, identifies an abnormality. This malfunction is critical, as it can lead to improper engine function, reduced performance, and increased emissions. It is essential to employ a structured diagnostic approach to address any issues related to this DTC. The MAP sensor is responsible for measuring the pressure inside the intake manifold, which is essential for the vehicle's electronic systems to function effectively. The engine control module, ECM, utilizes this pressure data to manage critical engine activities like fuel injection and ignition timing. The MAP sensor is situated on the intake manifold, making it integral to the overall function and performance of the engine components. If there is a discrepancy in the MAP sensor output compared to the readings from the baro sensor and turbocharger boost sensor, the powertrain control module, PCM, records the DTC P2073-00. This malfunction can arise from several issues within the intake system, potentially resulting in poor engine performance, increased fuel consumption, and a variety of other operational issues. Identifying and resolving the causes of this DTC requires a thorough inspection of the relevant systems. Several possible causes may lead to the activation of DTC P2073-00. The first potential issue could be a malfunction of the MAP sensor itself, which might be providing faulty readings. Another common cause is related to the intake air system, particularly if there are blockages, leaks, or other discrepancies in the airflow that affect the pressure readings. Additionally, problems with the positive crankcase ventilation, PCV, system can also impact MAP sensor operation. The EVAP system, responsible for capturing fuel vapors, may have issues that lead to altered pressure readings within the intake manifold. Finally, vacuum leaks anywhere in the intake manifold or related systems can cause inconsistencies in the pressure measurements, which would prompt the PCM to store this DTC. Each of these potential causes must be systematically investigated to ensure the integrity of the vehicle's operation. A variety of symptoms may arise as a result of DTC P2073-00 being triggered. One of the most noticeable signs is a decline in engine performance, which can manifest as reduced power while driving. Moreover, drivers might experience increased fuel consumption, leading to less efficient engine operation and more frequent refueling. The check engine light will be illuminated on the dashboard, indicating that diagnostic trouble codes have been stored. Furthermore, poor acceleration response can occur, where the vehicle stutters or lags when the throttle is applied, leading to potentially hazardous driving conditions. Finally, erratic engine idle may also be observed, where the engine fluctuates between RPMs uneasily. Recognizing these symptoms early can help in diagnosing and remedying the underlying issues quickly. The first troubleshooting step in addressing DTC P2073-00 involves starting the vehicle's engine and holding the engine speed at 3,000 RPM without any load, meaning the vehicle should be in either park, P or neutral N. It is essential to maintain this RPM until the radiator fan activates, a process that ensures adequate cooling and eliminates temperature variables in the system. After the fan comes on, allow the engine to idle for a minimum of 5 seconds. The next phase requires conducting a test drive, where specific conditions must be met. The engine speed should be maintained above 1,700 RPM, and the vehicle must be placed in drive, D. Additionally, the relative throttle position, RELTP sensor, ought to show values above 42.2 degrees, and driving for at least 6 seconds is recommended. Throughout this process, the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, should be monitored for DTC P2073-00 or P2073 to confirm whether the issue persists. In the second troubleshooting step for DTC P2073-00, the focus shifts to inspecting various components of the intake air system to identify any vacuum leaks. Begin by carefully examining the intake air duct for any signs of wear or detachment. Next, verification of the intake manifold is also crucial, as cracks or separations can cause significant pressure discrepancies. The positive crankcase ventilation, PCV, valve, and associated hose must be inspected as well, since any blockages or leaks can directly affect the MAP sensor functionality. Additionally, checking the EVAP, evaporative emissions control, canister purge valve and hoses is essential, as these components play a pivotal role in maintaining pressure integrity within the intake manifold. Under normal conditions, there should be no leaks detected in these areas, ensuring optimal performance of the intake air system. If any abnormalities are observed, further corrective actions may be required. The third step involves conducting a functional inspection of the MAP sensor. Begin by transitioning the vehicle to the on mode, which powers the systems necessary for monitoring without starting the engine. Using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, confirm the current values for the MAP sensor, high resolution, and the turbocharger TC boost pressure. It is important to ensure that the difference in these readings does not exceed 26.7 kilopascals, which is approximately equivalent to 7.9 inches of mercury, or 200 millimeters mercury. This comparison is crucial, as a deviation greater than this threshold indicates a malfunction with the MAP sensor itself. If the readings are found to be within the normal range, it suggests that the MAP sensor is functioning correctly, and that the issue may reside elsewhere in the intake system or engine management strategies. However, if an anomaly is detected, further investigation of the MAP sensor is warranted. The final troubleshooting step for DTC P2073-00 requires a comprehensive evaluation of the MAP sensor while the engine is running. Begin by recording the MAP sensor, high-resolution data from the HDS before starting the engine. After recording this baseline, start the engine and allow it to idle, as this should trigger changes in the MAP sensor readings. The HDS should display a change in the MAP sensor value of more than 0.67 kilopascals, approximately 0.2 inches of mercury, or 5 millimeters of mercury. This change is a normal operational parameter during idling. If the MAP sensor reading does not exhibit sufficient variation during this process, it indicates a malfunction, as the sensor is designed to respond to changes in manifold pressure. Identifying such faults necessitates potentially replacing the MAP sensor to restore proper function to the vehicle's engine management systems. After completing all troubleshooting steps and potential repairs for DTC P2073-00, it is essential to perform a final verification. Initially, Clear the DTC using the HDS, and then conduct a test drive to observe the vehicle's performance under various conditions. After the test drive, recheck the map sensor functionality to ensure that it now operates within the expected parameters. It is crucial to monitor engine operation closely for any recurring symptoms or abnormal behavior related to the earlier issues. If the engine runs smoothly without triggering the DTC again, it indicates that the problem has been effectively resolved. Confirming that no symptoms are present helps ensure that the integrity of the vehicle's intake system and performance is restored, providing the driver with confidence in the vehicle's operation. Preventive maintenance plays a vital role in avoiding the recurrence of issues related to DTC P2073-00. Regular checks of the intake components can help identify any wear or potential leaks before they lead to significant problems. It's advisable to routinely inspect all vacuum hoses for any signs of cracks or abrasion. Maintaining a clean MAP sensor is crucial, as contamination can lead to false readings, adversely affecting engine performance. Additionally, monitoring the overall performance of the fuel system can alert the driver to any irregularities that may influence pressure readings. Scheduling periodic diagnostics using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, allows for early detection of issues that could lead to the same DTC being triggered in the future. By maintaining proactive measures, vehicle owners can ensure long-term reliability and performance. In summary, DTC P2073-00 signals an abnormal reading from the map sensor, which can have significant implications for engine performance and fuel efficiency. Understanding the role of the map sensor and the symptoms associated with this DTC is essential for proper diagnosis. A thorough inspection of the intake system, along with functional tests of the map sensor, is required to pinpoint the exact cause of the issue. By systematically following the defined troubleshooting steps, technicians can effectively identify and rectify the problem. Preventive maintenance is crucial in ensuring that such issues do not reoccur, preserving the vehicle's performance and reliability. Ultimately, awareness and action will lead to a more efficient and trouble-free driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.